Modern cosmology is facing a crisis of metaphor. The standard model of a random, mechanical universe has reached its limit, struggling to explain the role of the observer or the data emerging from altered states of consciousness. These growing anxieties suggest we have outgrown our current map. When the dead machine model fails to account for the reality of experience, humanity searches for a new framework that centers the observer. This pressure is bringing the ancient cosmic egg model back to the surface. This three-layered symbolic interface provides a functional map for the development of consciousness within a governed system. We are witnessing a calibration crisis. The resurgence of the world egg is a direct response to a scientific model that can no longer explain the room we are actually standing in. The first layer of this model, the Earth's crust, serves as the primary dashboard of the human interface. It is the outer boundary of a rendered reality. Disenclosure is a protective staging ground, stepping down raw cosmic signal into stable reality. While some see a prison, this model sees an incubator. The shell protects human attention, allowing it to mature without being scattered by unfiltered frequencies. Ancient maps, like this Boo mandala, visualize the dashboard through concentric rings. These are not geographical borders, but layers of orientation focusing attention centerward. Eye icons and Sanskrit text suggest a technical manual describing interface limits, not a physical destination. The crust represents the horizon of the observable interface, a specific container built to focus the localized human experience. Moving past the dashboard leads to the second layer, the mantle. It is a luminous threshold ecology, a frequency regulator governing the crossing between world models. Its function is strictly protective. It acts as a filter, preventing the vast, unfiltered noise of the wider cosmos from overwhelming the fragile human observer. This regulatory layer appears in clinical DMT reports as a waiting room filled with distinct architectures and entities. In this model, those reports describe the functional attributes of the boundary ecology itself. The edge of reality is not a location on a map. It is the specific relationship between the observer and the protocols required to cross the threshold. The human nervous system provides the somatic authorization required to open the gate. This biological permission layer ensures the threshold becomes navigable when the observer's internal frequency matches the regulator. Ancient sky maps, like the Dendera relief, document the offices guarding this crossing. They represent the gatehouse's organizational structure, functional roles, not mythological ones. They are celestial job titles managing information flow. Just as a customs office handles border traffic, these positions govern specific data streams. Saturn enforces the constraints of time and limits, while Mercury manages the transit of messages. They regulate the border traffic of thoughts and frequencies allowed into our localized experience. The gateway was integrated into the human body to ensure that only a mature nervous system could survive the transition into the wider ecology. At the absolute center of the cosmic egg lies the inner sun. This is a rhythmic vortex of pure information, the engine that powers the entire system. This engine appears in the symbolic grammar of the axis mundi. The blue core represents the central informational axis. The surrounding landmasses are physical outputs of this vortex, radiating the total memory system outward through the egg's layered shells. This inner sun provides the pure consciousness substrate, the zero point where the observer's dashboard connects back to the source of the signal. The entire layered architecture exists to step down the power of this central sun, creating a navigable human world from the raw potential of the vortex. Within this system, every observer acts as a vital participant. The human nervous system is the primary interface for the entire model. The gateway operates as a mechanism of your own perception. It was never a location outside of you. If the gatehouse is real and the body is the authorization, what part of you is finally mature enough to survive the crossing? The world is not a place you live in. It is a memory system you are learning to inhabit.